As someone who's been making YouTube videos and filming things for fun, I've been thinking of a storage solution. When I was first making YouTube videos, I would upload my videos and then delete the original video file to save hard drive space. So my videos are saved on the internet unless I delete them. It's kind of like cloud storage but for free, and anybody can view them. Speaking of cloud storage, why didn't I just use Google Drive, Dropbox, Mega, Mediafire, and etc. And I could have used these, but they are paid services and the free amount of storage isn't enough for what I'm doing. In November 2022, my aunt gave me her 1TB external hard drive, and that was a game changer. I use it to store old family photos, some music, and my YouTube videos that I keep on making. An external hard drive is an internal hard drive just with a case around it, and it comes with this USB connector. That way I can carry this with me anywhere I want and I can access the data on it using the USB connector, but that's not ideal and it's usually a hassle. So what can I do now? Thanks to the internet, I learned about something called a NAS, which stands for Network Attached Storage. A NAS is a metal box, basically a computer, which has stuff like CPU, RAM, and hard drive bays all in one box. You can connect it to your router via Ethernet and send your data to a network, which you can access wherever you want. It's what people call a personal cloud because you can scale it or replace a drive if it dies, and you have control over your data. So no company to spy on your important files. Just like computers, there are tons of pre-built NAS boxes floating on Amazon, but because I don't have the money and because I want to, I'm building my own NAS using what I already have, a laptop and some hard drives. For this video, I'm using my 2009 Toshiba Satellite L455-S5980 laptop. What a mouthful. It has an Intel Celeron T300 1.8 GHz processor, 4GB of RAM upgraded, and a 512GB 2.5-inch SSD upgraded, which is quite slow, but it's all I have. So I have the laptop as a NAS. Now is a good time to discuss what hard drives I'm using. I am using 3 Seagate hard drives. I have a 2TB external drive that costs $60, a 4TB external drive that costs $89, and a 6TB expansion drive that costs $120. In total, it costs $269 US dollars for the hard drives. This is not really a budget build, but it's whatever. It's what I already have. That's cool, but where am I gonna put my NAS at? My room, of course. This area used to have a lot of Legos on it, but I had to clean it up to be able to put the NAS here, which took quite a while. So I have the computer, the hard drives, the Ethernet cable, all connected. Speaking of the Ethernet cable, many moons ago, my dad bought a long 75 feet Cat 8 Ethernet cable, which connects to the Ethernet switch in my parents' room. Then it goes into a hole in the wall and up into the attic. The cable comes down from this hole that was used for a TV cable in my closet to under my desk and then to the computer here. So I have the stuff set up. Now it's time to make it work. The operating system I'm going to be using for this video is Ubuntu Server and Casa OS. The reason why is because I'm following a Tech Hut video. Yeah. I have tried TrueNAS and OMV before, but I'm trying this out because it seems easier. First things first, I went to the Ubuntu Server website and downloaded the ISO image, just like any other operating system. After it's done downloading, I burned it to a USB stick, and after that, I put it into the computer and I installed the OS. The process was really simple and I didn't really have to follow a tutorial for this one. Also, make sure to uncheck the LVM group because it splits your drive into multiple partitions. After it's done installing on the old laptop, I went to my main computer to SSH into it. You can do that by typing SSH space, your username, the @ symbol, and the IP address of your server. Once that's done, do a simple sudo apt update, and then install Casa OS by copying and pasting the curl command. Now just sit and relax. It's doing all the work for you. After Casa OS is done installing, copy the link that it gave you, aka your IP address, and paste it into your web browser. You can just type it in if you want. The Casa OS login screen should pop up. Type in your credentials and voila, This is Casa OS. The first thing I did was to format all the drives just in case, and after it's done, I went to refresh the page because it didn't show for some reason. Anyways, I went to the default files app, pressed on one of my drives, then went back to the devmon folder, and then right click, share my drives. I couldn't figure out how to rename my drives in Casa OS, but at least I can just mount and rename it in my file manager. And there is also a way to merge all your hard drives in one piece, but I had some issues with that in the past, so I didn't bother. When I typed the IP address into my file manager Dolphin, the shared drives appeared. And for the moment you've all been waiting for, speed. When copying files from my backup hard drive to the NAS, the speed is pretty slow at around 10 megabytes per second. This is not really surprising as I am using low-end hardware, so of course, it took many hours for me to copy everything into the NAS. Anyways, since it's a NAS and it's in my local network, I could connect it to my main desktop as I've already shown you, my HP laptop that I use mainly for school, and my Android phone. Although I had to use another app for this because the default one sucks. Cool. But there's one more thing that I need to do, and that is to access it from anywhere in the world. Well, I don't travel much, so from my school. This was the most complicated step because I didn't really know what to do, so I followed a YouTube tutorial by Big Bear Tech World. It was pretty complicated at first. I lost a couple of brain cells, but after doing it, I understand it now. So basically what I did was I installed Tailscale on the NAS using the curl command. The Tailscale connects to my Google account as well, and it gave me an entirely different IP address. I used the curl command to install Tailscale on my HP laptop, and I used the Android app to connect it to my phone as well. Since the devices are in one place, I can use the different IP address for the NAS and I can connect it anywhere I go. But yeah, I'm done. I can store footage onto it until it runs out or OneDrive dies, and I can access it from anywhere in the world. It's amazing to see how a laptop that could have been thrown away can be used for a NAS, essentially putting it to some use. For now though, this is going to be temporary. I don't really like the speeds of it, and also the hard drives are all gonna die in the future anyways. Some things just don't last forever. But yeah, this is my server. My name is Luke and I am out.